Hello, my name is Crystal Hutchinson. I'm with the Central Kansas Library System. Today I'd like to show you how to import a Z3950 record into Koha. Our catalog is called Pathfinder Central. Now when you pull in a record through a Z3950 search, you often have a number of choices. And the purpose of this video is to show the different choices that you need to look at and what to find as your best record. I'm going to start with a book that we just received. I'm going to go ahead and plug in the ISBN number to start as the first method of searching. If it was an ISBN that has not been cataloged, I would do a title search, and then I would move on to the author. So there's several different ways that I would go about searching. But to start with, on this book, we're going to go ahead and do an ISBN search. This book does not currently exist in our catalog, so I'm going to pull a record in using this button, the Z3950. I want to select all of our catalogs so that I can get the widest variety of choices, and then I'll just select search. As you can see, the ISBN automatically plugged in. If it happens to leave it blank, go ahead and just key it in or scan it in that field, the ISBN. Now the one thing you want to make sure that you don't do is just go right up here and click import on this very first record. Each record is going to have a different level of completeness, and some of them are going to be bare bones, and some of them are going to be a really well done record, and there are even some that will be an online resource. So for librarians, they typically choose the card option and sometimes the mark. Here at CKLS, since we handle these materials and we catalog a lot of original materials, we tend to use the mark because we understand all the fields. But feel free to use the card if that one is easier for you. This record has some information, but the big red flag that you see is that there's no pages and no centimeters, which means that this record was probably created before the book was completely published. And that could be typical of the Library of Congress, as they get so many resources and materials in that they often get just the bare bones before a book is published. The second one is a little better. It's got the pages and it's got the centimeters, it's got the title and the author, and it actually has these down here, number 1, number 2, number 3. These are subject headings. So if somebody wanted to search for happiness, it would pull up this book as one of the options. Subject headings are a good item to have in your record. I prefer to have at least 2. The third card shows another record, but this one is listed as an online resource. So we automatically know that this is not what is in my hand, and we'll get out of that record. And the final one is title, and it has a really good summary, but it's missing a few pieces of key information. Now, all 3 of these say OCLC, but that just means that it has been cataloged by 3 different people and put into OCLC. OCLC is our subscription to a cataloging service. They have over 1 billion records, but as you can tell, there are variations of how well the record is done and how complete it is. For one final peek, I'm going to click on the mark on the second one because that appears to be our best record. When you go into the mark, you can see that there's the ISBN that we scanned. It also has the author, the title, it has the publisher and the copyright date, it has the extent, which is how many pages and the size it is. 336, 337, 338 are what we call RDA, and then here are the subject headings. So this is a fairly complete record, and we're going to go ahead and choose this one to import into the catalog. I'll select import, and at this point all I have to do is select save. This material is now in our catalog, and if you take a look at it, that does look like a really good record to have in here.